Let's go for Giselle. Come on. That's right. The only one who could be the killer is... Real, I need you to cooperate with me, alright? Huh? Yes, of course. How can I help? It's only a teeny tiny thing. Huh? Hey, is this some kind of joke? Why are you tying me up? Hey, my hands hurt. Real, you're the kid. I didn't choose her. You're the killer, aren't you? Or maybe he's trying to bluff his way through this as well. Make the killer reveal themselves by tying up the one other dangerous person we have. What? What? Huh? No way! Huh. Giselle just goes, huh? So she's the killer? That's right. First of all, Real and Alex were the only two people who had the opportunity to set up a trap on the bridge that could kill Thomas. So this allowed me to narrow the list of suspects down to 2 people. Then there's the murder of Sir Raymond. I always wondered why exactly Sir Raymond was caught off guard, but in the end it doesn't matter. The killer only needed to unlock the door and sneak into the room where the meeting was about to be held. Oh. Which is different to what we assumed earlier, like the climbing thing. Did she unlock the door? But how did she do that? Actually, she's really an undercover agent who sneaked onto this island. She's highly trained. Blowing her identity away? Not only can she pick locks, but her assassination skills are also first class. But how did she kill Thomas? Did you find out how? We don't need to anymore. We can just ask the killer herself. That's right, come on Real, give up already. Ikea, what are you thinking? Do you really think I'm the killer? You idiot, someone else is the killer. What? She just became a totally different person. Do you mean she's been acting this whole time? It appears that Ikeda's reasoning was right. Ikeda, don't listen to her. She's trying to get into your head. Real killers always say things like that. Quit fooling around, you'll regret this. You're all going to be killed by the real killer. Neniko, keep an eye on Real for me. Huh? What, me? I think there are others here who could do a better job. Everyone else, please come here. I have an idea I want to discuss with the 3 of you. An idea? What are we going to do? Torture her until she talks? Wow. Close, but no cigar. We're going to reveal the killer's identity. What? You're making 0 sense right now, Ikeda. Eh. Alright, I've got her. I guess this was just to get her guard down. This was a very weird way, very roundabout to get this. But I assume I was right, since why would they go through the trouble of just putting all of these CGs in? Have I like, this was so roundabout that Real didn't even know that we were gonna do this. Did Neniko somehow know about it? Or did she suss it out? Or did she tell her, like when I told Neniko stay with Real, take a close look at Real, did she understand, okay, it's my time to untie her now? You! Calm down, Akira. Real isn't the killer. What do you mean? I'm still not following what is going on here. Judging from the murders, it was obvious that the killer is a well-trained professional. Would have been difficult to neutralize them if they had been on their guard. That's why I had to play a trick on them. I was confused when Ikeda started to tie me up, but then he whispered his little plan into my ear. Sexy. The rope was loosely tied, so I could easily escape and sneak up on Giselle. Looks like your plan worked, Ikeda. You could have told me in advance. I was startled when Real suddenly stood up. Oh yeah, Neniko was right next to it and thought, oh shit, I was supposed to guard her. Now suddenly she unties herself. But Ikeda, you didn't need to tell everyone that I'm an undercover agent. I had to. If I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have been able to fool the killer. I needed a good reason to incriminate you and distract the real killer, so revealing a threat identity was my best bet. I love it when a plan comes together. Fucking cunt. Ikeda, you're such an asshole. What? You're making a mistake. I'm not a killer and I didn't kill anyone. You're pretty calm, aren't you, Giselle Reed? Anyone else would lose their composure in such a situation. This calmness, she has the composure of an assassin. But Ikeda, do you have any concrete evidence that proves she is the killer? Just my gut feeling. As a detective. Please don't tell me that this is just a hunch. Ooh. Of course, I will explain everything. Revelations will start in 3, 2, 1, now. Let me tell you how Sir Raymond and Thomas were murdered and why I'm certain that Giselle is the killer. Oh, it's the solution music, basically. Every visual novel, like Ace Attorney has this too. Every game needs this. Every game needs a music that goes, yeah, we know. We're close to the truth. We're getting it now. Like, cards on the table. This is it. First of all, let's talk about the murder of Sir Raymond. Sir Raymond's estimated time of death was around 2 AM on the day we all arrived on the island. Sir Raymond didn't show up in the dining hall. I surmised from a mysterious moaning that Alex and I had both heard that Sir Raymond was most likely tied up in the room next to mine at noon on the first day. As evidence of this, I found Sir Raymond's handkerchief in the room next to mine. In other words, the killer had used this room as a secret meeting place where they restrained Sir Raymond. Wait a minute, why did they go out of the way to set up a meeting in that specific room right next to yours? Isn't that strange? You're right, I was wondering about that as well. Luring and capturing Sir Raymond there, the killer must have used some kind of ruse to catch Sir Raymond's attention. So I thought about how everyone's rooms were allocated. I mean, Giselle is right above the one where he got killed. There was something strange about it. If the killer had chosen the allocation of the rooms, that allocation must mean something. How the rooms were allocated, I never thought of that. Didn't we talk about this before, Neniko? As I said before, all windows can be opened from the outside as well. There's no need to be afraid of intruders on this island. The killer took advantage of that. She snuck into the room through the window before Sir Raymond arrived. Sir Raymond let his guard down because he had Abby sweep the room first. After Abby checked and told him that the room was empty, Sir Raymond entered with his guard down. He was restrained by the killer, who had sneaked into the room earlier. And Abby didn't bother to look inside after Sir Raymond didn't come out, I guess. She just thought, oh well, I looked into the room, it was fine, he's gonna be alright, he's a big boy after all. Wait, but there are always strong winds on the island, it shouldn't be so easy to sneak in from outside. The only way that can be done is by abseiling with a rope. Did the killer really manage to do that? Huh, guess I'll have to ask Neniko in a photographic memory about this. What? Me? Yes, you were about to fall out of your window around the same time that Sir Raymond was captured. Do you remember everything you saw then? It was just something like a rope hanging outside of this room. Oh god, did she by chance witness it? Forcing me to remember that terrible moment? How cruel. I really don't want to, but I don't have a choice. A rope was definitely hanging along the wall, but it was the same color as the wall, so I couldn't see it well. I'm falling. Is this how photographic memory works? Can you really just go back in time, basically? Recall every single moment? Even stuff you didn't pick up in the first place, like a rope that looked the same as the wall? You're still here with us. You're safe. I'm never doing this again. I see, so it's possible that the killer used a rope to sneak into the room. Wait, in that case, the killer would have been staying directly above the vacant room where Sir Raymond was captured. But that was Jacob's room. How can Giselle have been a killer? Jacob was definitely a suspect too, but then the following occurred to me. He's a drunkard. Wouldn't be able to pull this off. What is it? The wind. It's so strong that it can make you fall down if you open the window even a little bit. I mean, there's this center of gravity, I think it's called, or something. The center point, the middle point of your body. As long as that is not over a ledge or something, you're not likely to fall. And I would say that her butt weighs more than her chest. Maybe her head is really heavy, who knows? Anyway, let's just assume she was falling out. The wind on this island is blowing very strongly from right to left. If you abseil, you will be swept to the left. Oh, she went diagonally then. The killer knew this from experience. This is why she didn't pick the room directly above it. She picked the room that was further to the right. So she took the wind into account. Certainly, it would be difficult to get down to a room right below you if there's always such a strong wind blowing. Considering the strength of that wind, she could have exited her bathroom window and then entered the room to the left underneath her. Wait a minute, but she could perhaps also have managed to do so from the room directly above it, right? Indeed, so the list of suspects is narrowed down to either Jacob or Giselle. This is only a guess, but I think the killer knew how to descend from one room to another from past experience. Past experience? Anyway, now let's consider the next case, Thomas's murder. She must have been on this island before, possibly as a victim, I guess. Thanks to Neniko's and Alex's testimonies, I found out that the bridge was warm at the time. Already, like, Giselle looking warily at us in this CG, I guess we should have noticed. So what happened there? Jacob used the words transparent killer. The victim was killed around noon, and Thomas himself didn't notice anything. What did Jacob know? So what I arrive at is burning ethanol. Oh, like vapor. Ethanol? The killer poured ethanol onto the bridge and then set it on fire. So speaking of ethanol, there was certainly a lot of rectified spirit in the wine cellar. Rectified spirit is a liquor with a strength of 95 to 96 degrees. It's almost pure ethanol. But wait a minute, even if the bridge was set on fire, nothing happened to me when I walked over the bridge. Yeah, because... oh, actually, I don't know. Because as soon as the doors closed, the winds blew it out, or... it was also really wet, I think they said. How did it get so wet afterwards? How can Giselle be the killer? I don't think she had the chance to set it on fire. Giselle set it on fire when she bent back to get her notebook. The bridge was already on fire when you crossed it. What? How is that even possible? The murder was committed at midday when the sun was high. It's difficult to see pure ethanol burning in full sunlight. What? Is this real? Because of that you probably didn't notice any fire? What if Alex accidentally walked in? This is what a transparent killer really means. Also, we all know that the drainage is terrible on that bridge. The ethanol remained on the bridge for a long time and it only appeared to be a puddle. But in that case, why was Thomas the only one who was burned and not I? We both crossed the bridge. There were several factors that led to Thomas's death. First is that Thomas's clothes were made of hemp and flammable. There's one more thing that makes a well thought out murder method. And what is that? The iron doors. Why was it so important for the killer to close the iron doors even though she would risk exposing herself? In fact, the iron doors played an essential part in Thomas's murder. Why were they essential? You mean the wheels? Exactly. Did they spark? Did he set himself on fire or something? Thomas had to stop on the bridge to turn the wheel. This took some time and after a while the fire ignited his suit. You would fucking notice a fire close by. It would be warm. I don't understand. Maybe I'm just not well versed enough in like chemistry or something, but still. See, in my case I opened the door from the guest room building side when I crossed the bridge, so I didn't catch fire. To think that I could have ended up just like Thomas. That isn't enough to convince me. Some ethanol can't cause such serious burns. How do you explain that? It'd be easy to imagine if you were in Thomas's shoes. As he was turning the wheel, he suddenly felt the heat underneath his feet. Surprised by the fire, Thomas panicked and tried to extinguish the fire. That's when he saw that vase in the corridor. Oh my good lord, it was full of more ethanol. The vase? Wait, did the killer anticipate Thomas's behavior and put more ethanol into the vase? It's such a cunt move. How could they have foreseen that? It would explain the severity of his burns though. Thomas has wanted to extinguish the fire with the water in the vase, but burned himself to death instead. Am I right? Is this what happened? Giselle? It certainly is an amusing theory, but it all sounds like speculation to me. Oh yeah, what about the time where you just conveniently left your guard post and then suddenly someone threw in a snake to kill us in the communication room? I guess we're gonna come to that in a second. Perhaps the murders were carried out as you described, but you can't tie me to any of them. The testimony about the rope hanging outside the guest room building was vague, and anyone could have set the bridge on fire. She appears to be right. The testimony about the rope is vague at best, and I can't conclude that Giselle was the one who poured ethanol onto the bridge. Didn't you just yourself say that she's way too calm to be a regular person, so she must be a trained assassin, Rio? Why are you suddenly playing devil's advocate? Why are we having to have a judge, jury, and executioner here at all? Let me be all three of them, and let me just say Giselle is the killer. I want to crawl into a dark cave now. Besides, if Giselle really is the killer, she might have had an accomplice. Giselle is Akira's attendant, so Akira might have helped her in one way or another. What do you have to say about this? Well, what the hell? Stop talking nonsense. I'm telling you that neither Giselle nor I are the killer. The killer has to be someone else. What do you think, Akira? Do you have any concrete evidence? Of course. Guess we'll have to go back to the beginning. Why did the killer use such strange methods to kill someone in the first place? It's strange if you think about it. There are better and easy ways to kill someone, aren't there? Like shooting them. There's one explanation. The killer already knew what they would do before coming here. Already knew, which means they knew the victims? That's right. Jacob once told me that Thomas's death was similar to something he had seen before and that the killer had to be a woman. I forgot all about that. I should have written that one down. For some reason he wouldn't explain himself further. That would have been interesting to know, I guess. My guess is that the killer had witnessed something in the past that was similar to the way Thomas was murdered, or they may even have experienced it. It's possible that these murders were revenge murders. If that's the case, then what Jacob said would make a lot of sense. Also explains why he didn't want to talk about the murder method. Would have outed him as someone who knew? Oh, I see. But do you have any proof that Giselle survived and escaped from this island? And is there any evidence that proves Akira isn't an accomplice? We can find out the answers by examining what Akira said before. The first thing that stood out to me was that Giselle didn't want to take a bath with Akira. Oh, burn marks. I get it now. Perhaps she thought it wouldn't be appropriate, as she is Akira's attendant after all. However, there could be another reason. Giselle didn't want to take a bath with Akira because she wanted to hide the burns on her body. What are you talking about? There's no way. Akira also said that when we found Thomas's body, Giselle kept her away from the door. It seems like a casual act, but it also takes a completely different meaning when considering everything else. When Akira and Giselle got to the bridge, there was still a fire burning on it. Giselle realized this, so she quickly moved Akira away from the door. If my guess is right, there should be old burn scars on Giselle's legs, and new burn marks as well. Oh god, wow, she powered through that. If what you said was right, Akira wouldn't have been her accomplice. If Akira had been her accomplice, she wouldn't have talked about those things. That stripper. Alex, could I ask you to tear Giselle's stockings and check her legs? Yeah, let's just ask that young boy / trap. Reverse trap. But no one knows about that other than me, so yeah, it's gonna be the time of his life. My hands are kind of full right now. Me? Alright. Sorry, Giselle. Ooh, that sound is a sexy one. Whoa! There really are burn scars, as well as recent burns. I guess recent burns are kind of reddish, pinkish or something, but old burns are leathery and just... it's very hard to explain, but I assume everyone knows what I mean. When I was in kindergarten, there was a girl that sadly had burn scars on her face. Oh, it was so sad. Like, imagine a little child with that. It's horrible. Because I think that's... yeah, I don't know. It's such a horrible fate to have. So sad too. I can't quite remember how she got these. I remember my mother always looking very sadly when I played with her and when talking about her. And now, years after the fact, I do realize why. Anyway, I concur. Those are burn marks, old scars as well as recent burns. That proves it then. Giselle, no, killer, will you finally admit your crimes? Huh. No way. Tell me that he's lying. Giselle! Can't believe it. Didn't think you would be able to discover the truth with so little evidence. Senikira, it looks like I've underestimated you. So in the room where Giselle and Akira were lying dead in the bed end just now, she was playing that? It's like the oldest trick in the book. Fuck. Everyone gasps at Giselle's tone of voice suddenly changes. Giselle, are you really a survivor from this island? Why did you kill them? Was it for revenge? You won't be able to understand even if I explained it to you. Everything I had, everything was taken away by Shironagasu Island. The people I killed were horrible men who have had it coming for a very long time. I have no regrets ending their lives. My only regret is that I couldn't kill Jacob Rutland with my own hands. Giselle, what do the people from the mansion want from you? What's your bargaining chip? Something I was given by someone when I had to leave everything behind here. My trump card for revenge. However, the people from the mansion want to use it to control the world. Control the world? Please give it to us, Giselle! No. Our revenge is almost complete. I won't allow you to get in my way. I don't think you quite understand the situation you're in. I'm sitting on your back. Not as meek as you thought, and I'll get what I need by any means. Don't jinx us. And now you're talking just like me. Aurora! What? What was that shrieking sound? Oh my god, is the monster Aurora? Or is Aurora the monster? Ugh. It looks so goofy. What the? That's the creature, why is it here? Oh my god, would be horrible. It's the demon of Shironagasu Island, just awkwardly standing behind her. No, Aurora, you can't eat them now. Get me out of here. I'm not going anywhere. Don't move. Don't any of you dare move a muscle. I've left you a present. Where did you get this from? Otherwise you're all going to die. What do you mean? I have a parting gift for you. Handle it with care. If you have a miraculous knowledge and amazing luck, you might be able to make it through this alive. Giselle, listen to me. Are you really the killer? So, our relationship was just a lie? Giselle! Yes, it was all a lie. Everything, I'm just a liar. Oh, wait! Giselle grabs Akira and the creature holds them both as it disappears out of the window. Why would you grab her if it was all a lie? I guess it wasn't. I run to the window and look outside. I can only see the back of the creature running towards the main building. This is getting crazy. I thought all of it was grounded in like some degree of realism, and the creature was gonna turn out to be someone in a costume, kind of like Scooby-Doo style. But I guess there's a little bit of fantasy involved. Got away. Must have already made it to the main building. It's impossible jumping across cliffs that high while carrying 2 people? That was the monster, the demon of Shironagasu Island. Why? Why did Giselle call that creature Aurora? It's the name of the girl I saw. Em, what's going on? I don't want to spoil this moment, but the bag Giselle left behind, I have a very bad feeling about it. Should we just leave it there? She left us with a warning and also left her bag here. Let's take a look inside. Is it a bomb? It's definitely possible, but nobody would be stupid enough to try to defuse a bomb at a time like this. Alex, Neniko, get out of here now. I'm with stupid, or I guess I am stupid. I think Neniko has been paralyzed with fear. I'm a bit nauseous and my knees are shaking as well. Oh, this isn't a joke. I've lost all strength in my legs. I can't stand. That monster was too much for me. I'm sorry. Sheesh, alright, I'll carry you. Oh? Phone is ringing? You can't just ignore it. We have to get out of here right now. They're just trying to slow us down. No, leaving here might be a mistake. Should pick up the phone. Who's this? Ikeda, don't go outside. Huh? Ikira, is that you? Are you alright? There's an explosive outside. It's been armed. Don't go outside. Calm down. What happened to Giselle? What explosive? Giselle, she left me behind. But enough about her. There's an explosive. Are you tricking me? Giselle planted an explosive on that iron door. So don't open it. On the iron door? Are you sure? It's like a square box. Giselle told me that if anyone opens the door, it will explode. Akira, where are you right now? I'm in the dining hall. I'm calling from here. Akira, I'm scared. What am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do. Well, you can be sure that the demon won't kill you, so the only people you should be afraid of are Vincent and Abby, but I assume she's gonna take care of them now. It's okay, don't worry. Going to take care of this right away, and after that, I'll come to get you. For now, turn off the lights and hide in the shadows. Wait, don't hang up, please. I'm scared. Talking on the phone is too dangerous. Just hide, okay? Ikeda, she's in a very dangerous situation. If Akira is right, an explosive has been planted on the iron door. Knowing how well trained Giselle is, we'll have to deal with the bomb here first. Real, do you have any experience with bomb disposal? Well, I have studied bomb making fundamentals, so I might be able to handle it. I also have some tools that can be used for dismantling bombs, but they were originally designed for breaking things, so don't expect too much from them. Good enough for me. Neniko, you should go to Akira's room with Alex. If this bomb explodes, the room the furthest away from here may be safe. Oh, no, I'll stay here to help. How? I don't need someone who becomes paralyzed as soon as she sees a monster. Be a good girl and move as far away from here as you can. We're supposed to be together. Besides, if you die, how can the rest of us survive? Don't forget that. Your partner. Geez, you're making me feel guilty. Alright, I'll let you help me. Can I leave? You're kidding me? Alex, you're a man, aren't you? You have to show that you're less afraid than this little girl. Stay here and help me. Actually, I'm a girl. What a stupid joke. I'll make you dismantle the bomb first if you say something stupid like that. I wasn't joking. Well, it looks like our fates are now bound together. Alright, I have everything I need. Let's take care of this bomb. Why am I doing it? Let Real do it. Let me save because I assume I can die. Don't be nervous. Overthinking this will just stress me out. I have to open this bag to start dismantling it. What should I do? Can I open it slowly? There might be several booby traps. I always love that word because it has booby in it. Opening the bag could set off the first of them. And if an optical sensor has been installed, it may explode if it senses light. I'll have to be able to see what I'm doing, though. I'll have to open this bag. Bag is shaped rather oddly. It doesn't look like a normal bag. It's a messenger a bag or something, I think they're called. You're right. It's square, doesn't have any patterns, and it looks different than an ordinary bag. Hey, I think it's a thermal bag made by superthermos. What? Cuts off the outside airflow so it can keep things cold for quite a long time. I read good reviews about this online. A thermal bag, huh? It's definitely something Giselle would use. How? How would you know that? You don't know her! Why say something that sounds as if you knew her, like, for decades at this point? She must have chosen this bag for a reason. Maybe there's a temperature sensor inside. That could be the case. If there really is a temperature sensor, it could detect sudden temperature swings. The room temperature is much lower right now because the window has been broken. If you open the bag right now, it may result in an explosion. Well, if it's supposed to keep the cold inside, Having a cold room would be beneficial, wouldn't it? What should we do then? Should we turn up the heater to raise the room temperature? We don't know what temperature this bag is, so it might be better to deactivate the sensor itself instead. The temperature sensor is probably a long, rod-shaped piece of metal. Might be able to cut the wires that extend from it. Wouldn't that immediately set it off? Like, how does it work? If you can just cut everything apart, wouldn't bomb disposal be very easy? Shouldn't you booby-trap the booby-trap? Just to be safe? And then make a booby-trap on the booby-trap, but intertwine it a little bit together so no one knows what the first booby-trap to cut is. Then you have a 33% chance to at least get to the core of the bag. I don't know. 33 and then 50 and then, then you have to disarm the bomb still. Cut it. What, me? To tell you the truth, I've never dismantled a bomb before. I feel embarrassed telling you this, but my hands are trembling. You could probably do this much more steadily than I can. Alright, I'll unzip the bag first. Don't let any airflow in it. Okay, unzipped. Hey, Kida, don't you understand the meaning of being careful? I thought it was about to be blown to bits. He's still in one piece, so no big deal. Next up is the temperature sensor. Alright, if there's really one, you'll have only about 5 seconds to cut its wires after you open the bag. It has to be done quickly. Don't touch anything except for the sensor wiring, alright? A vibration detector may be triggered otherwise. Sorry. A metal bar sensor. Cut the wire extending from it. Don't touch anything else. Alright, piece of cake, I hope. Alright, get to work then. Was I too slow? I wasn't ready for the game to give me the screen and for me to move my mouse. For a split second, I was sitting here like a deer in the headlights. Retry. What if it happens if I say no? Yes, of course. Hey, what's wrong? Are you alright? Well, what just happened? I just had a feeling of deja vu. Oh yes, I was trying to dismantle a bomb. Alright, no problem at all. Let's do it. Why do I feel so uneasy? I think I just had a flashback in which the bomb explodes, killing us. Of course, that is easy to imagine. Hang on, did you really see that? Geesh, enough gloomy talk. Start defusing it already. No problemo. There's no way this can go wrong. It's all peachy. I've got this. Have to remove the temperature sensor first. Cut the wire extending from the metal bar. Don't touch anything else. Okay. Let's take this in. Just so I know what I might have to expect. There's a keypad. There's this thing. There's 3 wires. I might have to unscrew stuff as well. Will it show me a sequence of numbers here or here? I do appreciate there's a little bit of gameplay. Did it work? Looks like you did it. That was a close call. There really was a temperature sensor. If I hadn't thought about that in advance, we'd all be pushing up daisies now. There was a TV series called Pushing Daisies, about more than a decade ago, maybe 15 years by now. I really liked it. The main girl was kind of cute. And the dude in it did a good job, I guess. It was about a woman that died, but the guy had the ability to bring back people to life by touching them, I think. And it was some kind of mystery series, I don't know, like detective thingy as well. I don't know. Eek, I don't want to hear that. I'm becoming so nervous. Can I go somewhere else? Hey, weren't you calling me a scaredy cat earlier? What's it going to be? I think I'm about to puke and pee myself at the same time. It's kind of hot. Me too, I'm about to faint. Alright, now for the bomb itself. The temperature sensor on the left has now been deactivated. On the box in the middle, I can see an LED counter, a matrix display, and a numeric keypad. You need to open the box on the right to see how the bomb works. Ooh. The center and right boxes appear to be connected by red, blue, and yellow wires. This is a very advanced bomb. It's not going to be easy. Yeah, it has 3 wires. It's very advanced. Let the game begin. Okay. It appears that the game is afoot. Darn, I've underestimated her. It's not just a diversion. This was actually made to kill us all. Giselle, how could she? She's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Look who's talking. Okay, at any rate, we only have 5 minutes left. We have to dismantle this bomb before then. What should I do next? Disable the vibration detector. I guess this one? You see a cylindrical device at the top. Yeah, I do. Metal rods in the middle appear to be vibrating. That's the vibration detector. If the bag shakes even slightly, the metal rods will touch the cylinder, making the bomb explode. Simple device, but you can't let your guard down. To disable this, you can harden the inside of the cylinder with a fixing agent. Fortunately, we don't have anything like that here. What should I do? Perhaps we could use a viscous fluid instead of fixing agent. Maybe we can find something we can use in this room. A viscous fluid, like... Oh god, the time is ticking. A viscous fluid, for example, honey. That's not the time to be slacking off. We have to find something as fast as possible. Counting on you, I'll be ready to inject the viscous fluid liquid as soon as you find it. Split up and look for something usable. Well, you all heard the lady. I want both of you to look for a viscous liquid. Alright. Feel as if I'm under pressure. Let's look around. Reading this shit is... Might be able to find something in here. Yeah, this stuff. The bath stuff. Might be able to use this. Liquid soap, is that viscous enough? Perhaps this will do. Let's get back to real. I was thinking of this immediately, but being under time like this is so hard in a visual novel, especially when you're recording and talking and reading. Miss me? Found this. See, liquid soap. It certainly looks viscous. Pour it into the syringe with the needle removed. Alright. Carefully and slowly squeeze the liquid soap into the chamber. You can do this. Carefully, alright? Okay. Alright, it worked. Really? Vibrations will no longer be able to set off the bomb. I have goosebumps all over. But if it can't sense vibrations, why don't we just throw it out of wind? Oh yeah. I don't recommend doing that. In addition to that vibration sensor, it could also have an accelerometer. Giselle would have installed one for sure. Tie a rope to it and slowly let it down? We don't have a choice. We need to dismantle it. Completely. Alright, I guess I just have to see this through until the end. No rest for the weary. Indeed. Now let's get on with it. Still don't know much about the box in the center. Let's see with the box on the right first. See those 4 screws at the corner of the lid? Unscrew those. Alright, like a walk in the park. Looks can be deceiving. If you remove them in the wrong order, the bomb might explode. Oh, how do I know the order then? Got to be kidding. Alright, what do I do? Let's see, remove the screws in the following order. Lower left, upper right, upper left, lower right. Da, 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 da. Did you just make that up? It's my hunch there's a specialist bomb maker. Feeling lucky you can remove them in any order instead. Your choice. It's quite a responsibility. Right, I'm going to remove the screws. Remember, don't touch anything else. Don't mess this up, Akira. Here goes nothing. Looks like you were right again. Next one is screw in the upper right. Tell you that I'm not sure about this either. Leave it up to you. Okay. Is this trial and error? Did it? On to the next one. What happens if I press the keypad now? Still in one piece. Great job, Rio. Flattery will get you nowhere. Only one more screw. This should be... I'm not gonna do this time-wise. Pay extra attention to this one. The screw, turn it clockwise. Want me to turn the screw in the opposite direction. Why? The direction in which the screw is turned may cause the bomb to explode. Trick device is when I touch the screw, I can just feel it. Is that your intuition talking or your knowledge? The lower right of the head of the screw is slightly worn. It's highly possible that the screw head was turned to test the explosion caused by the screw's rotation. But this is only my intuition. I'll leave it up to you to believe me or not. Which direction should I turn the screw? Clockwise, counterclockwise? Opposite direction. Let's believe her. Scared. Oh god, don't pray to God. Believe in Nikita's choice. Screw is pretty tight. Okay. It's out. Opposite direction was correct after all. Remove the plate carefully. Slowly. Ooh, fuck my ass. Wow. The opposite direction was correct after all. If I turned it in the regular direction, the wire would have been cut and the bomb would have detonate. Would detonate, rather. It was a close call. Now we have to deal with something else. Small box at the top left underneath the acrylic plate is the main part of the detonator. If you cut the 2 wires that are connected to it, you can stop the bomb. Cut the 2 wires, run from the small box at the top to the blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna do this in time because I'm reading this all. Like, how are you supposed to do this the first time around? Cutting any of those will make the bomb detonate. Absolutely do not cut any of those. If it's necessary to check the connection of the wiring, disconnect it carefully. Let's get started. Wait. This one is connected? What was this one? So this would make it explode, or? Looks like we're okay. No, this... Okay, it's such a mess of wires, and I have any confidence in myself. There's only one more wire which is connected to the small box at the top. Cut it. Okay. No, this one we cut just now. Fuck, are you serious? Yeah, okay. This one. Okay, we did it. Now the box should be safe. All that remains is the center box. 1 + 1, it's 2. Okay, let's skip to that part, basically. Retry. What happens if I press no? I don't really want to find out, I guess. And skip it all until we get to that part. Let the game begin. Viscous liquid. I mean, it's taking away some time with every click I do as well. But there's also some real-time factor playing into it, I guess. Okay. Now, are they the same? What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, they are. Okay, and look at how much time I have still, suddenly. Now the right box should be safe. All that remains center box. 1 + 1, it's 2. What is this? Real? What's happening? No, it might be one of Giselle's tricks. Maybe we need to type something with the numeric keypad. That's really ridiculous. Wrong answer may make the bomb explode. No, considering the murders I've seen so far, she likes to make her victims suffer as they die. I'd have to enter a code to defuse the bomb. Maybe you're right. You need to enter some numbers and hit the enter key. 1 + 1 equals... Question mark? That shouldn't be a problem, even for you, Akira. Easy, the answer is 3. Well, just kidding. Don't look at me like that. It's 4. It's not the right time to be cracking jokes. Don't make mistakes. The answer is 2. I know, you guys are no fun at all. Alright, I'll enter it. Did I enter it already? I guess I just entered the 22, but there's no input visible at all. This is awkward. Oh, this is gonna be bad. I failed the first math puzzle. Oh shit. I didn't pay attention. I need to cut the wire after all. How many times will I have to do this? What do you think? It's gonna be a fun episode. Okay. Next up is gonna be the viscous liquid. The soap. Get to the bathroom. And then to the chopper. Okay, opposite. Alright, that's the fastest I can go, I guess. Up to this point. Okay, and now 2 and then enter, I guess. 2, enter. Okay, wonder if we really should give the correct answer. Still alive, so I guess that giving the right answer is good. How long do I have to keep doing this? It's taking way too much time. Strong feeling that she's only playing with us. Time will eventually run out. Oh god, what? Next question? I see, reel you up. Don't just assume that I have all of the answers. Is this trigonometric integral problem? I'm sorry, math's not my forte. Even be difficult for someone of Alex's age. You're an adult. Show us what you can do. Told you stop assuming that I have all of the answers. You mean you don't know this either, do you? Why don't you solve this yourself, kid? I can't! I'm an idiot. I already know the answer, but I want to let you take credit for it. Trying your tricks on us. The answer is 2. It's not even difficult. Just enter it. Don't want to die because of your stupidity. Is it? Ding ding, we have a winner. Yes, the answer is 2. Well done, Neniko. That is correct. You didn't really know the answer, did you? Just type it in, idiot. 2. Enter. Thank God. It was the correct answer. Dying now would have sucked. I'm glad Neniko is here. I think we're just going around in circles. We might be able to defuse the bomb by cutting one of the 3 wires that connect the center box to the right box. But we won't know which of the wires to cut, so we would be flying blind. Yeah, don't worry, can retry. It looks like we just have to gamble. Most bombs only have 2 wires, one red and one blue, right? What does it mean if there's a yellow wire as well? Probably just there to reduce our chances of defusing it. Perhaps there's another reason, like traffic lights. What do these colors mean? Red, yellow, blue. There's something familiar about that. The ribbons. The ribbons. Blue was, red was kill them. Blue was, I think, like sex worker. And yellow was, I don't know. What's happening? Countdown has stopped. Does it mean that we defuse it? No, there's no way. No, that would be too easy. I have a bad feeling about this. Aurora. Her ribbon was blue. The counter is accelerating. What do I do? Cut one for 3 chords. Aurora's color. I know the answer to that. It's blue.